We are going through a dull phase in the market, low volumes, we are not seeing any big moves. Stalkers, welcome back. Let's start analyzing DFM market index. I'm on the daily chart. We can see another dodgy candle printed today. Market is going through thin volumes. We are not seeing any decisive move in the markets. As I had mentioned yesterday itself, I'm not trusting this green dodgy candle after this drop to the downside. Our resistance zone is still intact right here, that is at 5,393 points. If at all correction phase was over, we should have been seeing aggressive move the way we saw earlier. If at all I have to give you an example, check this out. This was the correction phase that I had mentioned already in my previous video when we were going through this phase, that correction is about to come, and this is what we saw. Once the correction was over, check this out how market moved up aggressively, showing strength, good volumes, high number of trades. But here we are not seeing a similar kind of scenario. Clearly it means there is weakness in the market. Investors are not putting their money. Instead, people are offloading. Retail investors and traders are jumping in to get the stocks at these prices. Although I don't trust these moves, there are very high chances we may see upside momentum and it can drop to the downside. This is scenario number one. Scenario number two, it can continue going down from current level itself. In both the scenarios it's negative till the time we don't see clearance of this area that is resistance. I would consider market to be under correction phase. But overall DFM market index is still bullish. This is the daily chart of ADX market index, that is Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange. Exactly for this reason I had mentioned in my yesterday's video itself that this green candle is not looking very promising to me. There are chances we may see a drop, and today's red candle proves the same. Still from here, possibility is it can go sideways here near our important support area right here, that is 9,560 to 9,600 area. Support zone is still intact. We can see a good bounce today. It came down till about 9,599 points and it moved up. Although closing is not very strong, the bounce is also not very strong, but we can see some sort of buying or a short recovery into this phase. Closing is at 9,612 points. So my view is still the same. ADX market is also going through a correction phase. There are chances it can revisit this zone, that is 9,563. If at all it drops down, then as I mentioned there are support zones established at the lower zones. We will see 9,560 area, and then potentially if this zone is also broken we can come down lower. We have two strong support areas, that is 9,352, 9,404 points. Obviously when it comes down, as I mentioned, there are support zones established where it can bounce from, but these are two crucial and important support zones for ADX market index. Overall we can see ADX was climbing up and now it's going through a correction phase. Many of you have requested for Lulu, so here is my view, here is my analysis on this stock. After the financial results, obviously many of the investors and traders were disappointed. This is the place where we saw news breaking in the market, and from here we are seeing aggressive momentum to the downside. Obviously investors did not like the financial results and they started to dump the stocks, which resulted in lower price every day. We also saw some limit downs on the way, and now finally it is taking a pause around 1.40. Looking at the last scenario, we can see market was just going down continuously. We can see 5 red candles back to back. There was minor support at around 1.43 that is also now broken. In last 2 trading sessions, we can see market is printing dodgy candles, or I must say Lulu is printing dodgy candles. Maybe this is a sign of exhaustion. It means there are no more sellers available into this zone. There are chances we may see a small dip and then we can see move to the upside, or it can continue accumulating into this zone below 1.43 and finally we may see a breakout. Overall, Lulu is in a strong downtrend. As of now, we can see for the last 3 days it's just printing dodgy candles. Negative scenario is if at all Lulu breaks the low of this candle, that is 1.38, then there are chances we can even see more lower price. It can even go below 1.30. This will be really scary. As it is, investors are going through tremendous pain due to this drop to the downside. Now we want to see some recovery coming in. At least Even 50% of this drop to the downside will be somewhere around 1.75. If at all it recovers, definitely people will start offloading the stocks so that they can release the stress, they can come out of their negative positions. Important area to watch out is this is the gap area. Let me highlight right here. This is the vacuum in the market. Right here we can see the limit down opening and there is no trading activity into this zone. There are very high chances when Lulu will start to come up again, this zone may act as a resistance possibly, and once this is taken out we may again see 1.85 to 1.95 area. Overall, Lulu is in a strong downtrend. If at all Lulu has to survive, then we should not see price going below this area, that is 1.38. First condition is we want to see a solid candle close with good volumes above 1.43. If that happens, we will get first indication that now Lulu is about to reverse. Second confirmation when we see a breakout of this swing high, that is 1.54. Once this happens, then most likely Lulu will start a trend to the upside. If this video was helpful, then do not forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. Keep stocking.